Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World Blitz, and in today's video, we are on my EU account. And the reason why is because we are going to be talking about the latest deals and discounts for World of Tanks. As we can take a look in the store, the 4th of July event is here. And happy 4th to all of you. There are some mediocre deals and some good deals. And I'm going to be letting you know everything you're going to want to when it comes to the store. First of all, we have the little tokens, the stars that you get from spending money, which you need to unlock certain rewards with. So for 60 stars, you get an American container, which has a 5% drop chance for a vehicle, and you can get one of the tanks in the list if you get that 5% drop chance. There are also XM66F containers you can get. This gives you a 5% drop chance for the tank and an additional 1% drop chance for a massive container. So you have a 6% chance to get a tank. We have the American Tank Certificate for 300 stars, which is guaranteed to give you one of the vehicles in the list. We can see that every single tank has the exact same drop chance, which is good because nobody wants to get a Fury over, let's say, an XM66F. So that's a bit of good news. And to finish off, we have the TS60 bundle, which is like 340, but I already clicked the purchasing, so it's kind of bugged. I think if we go back into the store, it should show up now. No, it just says sold out. Either way, it's 340. To get these stars is pretty easy. There's a couple different ways. There's a subscription, which gives you 120 of them, plus 3,500 gold. You can buy bundles. This one, $10 here, gives you 40 stars. If you want to get more stars, you can purchase more expensive bundles, like the massive container. $23 will give you 100 stars, and a guaranteed tank. So, not awful. We also have a $17 bundle. I just want to point out to you that Wargaming is acting like this is a $120 bundle. What the hell are you smoking, Wargaming? $120 for a Tier 8 and a Tier 7, and not even that spectacular of Tier 8 or Tier 7 vehicles. Wow, that is the biggest stupid, like, money ripoff. That's like when you go to Wish.com and it says marked down from $8,000 to $20. Like, really, Wargaming? Really? Nobody's falling for that. That's an absolute scam. But what I will say is the bundle itself isn't actually awful. For $18, these are two decent vehicles, quite fun to mess around with, and they come with the Independence camos, the T-34 1776 and the HTC Independence. I think they both look really cool, so if you did want to add the American styles to your garage, this is one way to do so. The most expensive bundle is the Black Box bundle. We can see one for $12 and one for $30. This gives you 130 of these little tokens, plus 8,500 gold. It's alright. We got Alpha Predator containers. These are also very mediocre, would not recommend to buy. In general, the only bundles that I think are okay is the Massive Container and Full Metal Destroyers. Those are really the only two I would say to go for. Now we have XM66F containers also in the store right now. These containers are pretty mid. As I said, 5% drop chance for the tank, 1% for a massive container. Apart from that, you're probably going to get a little bit of gold back. I mean, we're going to open these containers because I actually really want to get the XM66F on this account. So we'll see what we get. 1,500 gold, nothing. 1,000 gold, nothing. And wow, well, that was quite lucky, wasn't it now? Well, I guess we're going to review the XM66F. I would do it on this account, but I already have it equipped on my other account, which we can already see open here. So let me just close the Steam edition, and we're going to play on my Doubles account, which is on the NA server. Man, I'm really, really lucky I managed to get that tank on my EU account, which is basically a free-to-play account. So that's kind of crazy, but we are now over to the NA server, and we're going to be playing in the XM66F, talking about its capabilities and what I think about the tank in general. The XM features really good armor, solid DPM, and very good penetration. When you pair all these things together, it is quite a scary vehicle. We can see 384 mils of heat. That's really, really dangerous. It features pretty solid mobility, a top speed of 40, a reverse of 20, 10 degrees of gun depression. This is easily one of the most capable Tier 10 tank destroyers. It's basically a heavy, but it has some downsides. It has a big old box on the back, and this box is very easy to shoot if the tank is even over-angled a little bit, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. The tank also has lower alpha damage than, you know, other tank destroyers, only at 410 per shot. That's the same as a 4005, and the 4005 gets 4 shells. So again, something you should keep in mind, and it's not an autoloader either. But it does feature a lot of great capabilities, and personally, I think this is one of the strongest tier 10s in the game currently, just because of how mobile, flexible, and high in DPM it is. Now, its biggest weakness is the gun mantlet. You can shoot right through the gun mantlet if you have enough premium pen, and it's not very hard to do, so that is something you should keep in mind. Now, our Karo is going all the way to heavy flank in a Karo. Well, that's interesting. We do have teammates, though. We got a Chieftain, we got a 268, we got an AIM X50B, so we have support, which is obviously quite good. Looks like our Karo is coming back, so that's good news as well. We are just going to use that mobility and skedaddle our way right up on to mid. Looks like the XM is already getting shot. We have the enemy Karo spotted. I do not think the enemy XM is enjoying life. We got the 183 in front of us, and, well, our shell missed, but at least he bounced us, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, right? Let's move up, and we'll see if we can get a shell into the 50B. There you go. Great play from Chungus, losing a very substantial amount of his hit points already. We're going to poke him again, and because this tank has such solid DPM, you are able to reload very quickly and get some good old juicers out into your opponents. So we have the Karo, we have the TVP, and there you go. 430 damage shell into the enemy TVP. And we're going to reload again. We're going to drive up here just a teeny bit. Oh, that was really delayed. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was not where I was aiming even remotely. Well, we do get a shell into the Karo. The enemy team is not doing too great as of now. We still have our adrenaline ongoing, so we're going to poke the 183. We're going to get a nice 420 damage shell out, and I don't think the 183 enjoyed that very much. And he's not going to enjoy this either. Nice 330 damaging shell, clearing his vehicle, and now we move on up. Well, we got the Karo on our flank. Ooh, that was a funky shell. Almost missed, but we were still able to get it out, and the 268 gets a clear. Well, just like that, the enemy team is not doing all too amazing. We get a shell into Chungus, and you can see that 20 reverse being really, really stupid on this vehicle. It gets away with a lot. That's what I'll say. It gets away with a lot more than you would expect for, you know, such a heavily armored tank. So all that's left is the Object 268 version 4, which we're not able to see any weak spots on yet. The Chieftain Mark 6 is going to make his way behind, and we'll see if we can get any damage out. I don't know, though. Our Karo's making his way in as well, and that Karo's going to absolutely butcher him. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Oh, we were so close, but there's no world where I was going to just snap that. Oh well. We did a pretty solid job at the end of the day, and it showed a great example of where the XM66F is such a good holding tank. We did 3,150 damage, almost 3,500. We obviously finished top of the team. This was an absolute steamroll. Even though our mediums really didn't do too much to help us there, we were able to hold the mediums flanked. So, I mean, it worked out. Basically, we played a reverse flank there. We, in the heavies, went to medium side, and our mediums went to heavy side. They flanked, and we held. Normally, it's the opposite sides, though. Normally, the mediums would go there, the heavies would go town if they were to split, but oh well. I mean, it worked out. However, those mediums are very lucky that the enemy team didn't go town, because if they did, the mediums would have been absolutely blasted to pieces, and the heavies wouldn't have been able to get there fast enough to support, and it might have been a losing battle. So that's why sticking with your team is usually the most important play that you can do in the game. Once you stick with your team, you solidify your chances of winning. Especially in a vehicle like the XM, it's a tank destroyer. And it doesn't matter how strong your tank destroyer is, at the end of the day, it has less hit points, less alpha, and less just in general holding capabilities compared to a heavy. Even a Badger. I mean, sure, the Badger does great, but the moment you have one mobile tank get to your side, it's over. And this vehicle is very, very good proof of that. Look at the rear on this tank. I mean, it's literally a massive shoot me here. You can HE it quite easily. Very little effort needed to be used. So because of that, you got to be careful. Also, its turret does not fully traverse, only about maybe 30 degrees to the left and to the right, 25 degrees, so just more things you're going to have to keep in mind while you're driving the vehicle. Now, it does not look like anybody on the enemy team is going to be making their way to the... Ooh, alright, go, 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 go. Oh, God, no, Mo, my rear, my rear. Okay, we're good, we're good. God, as I said, the rear of this vehicle just absolutely sucks, and, well, it almost causes you to hate life. Now, we can see that the 183 has gone wide. We can also see that the E4 is... There you go, allowing us to get a nice little juicer into his tank for 370. Not too bad. Well, E4 is showing me his turret. There you go, 326. Let's put on our adrenaline. It would not surprise me if that E4 just, drove out in the open. Let's shoot him in the track wheel. There you go. 412 damaging shot. I'm probably going to lose 600. Oh, wait, he doesn't have the turret reverse. That's right. All right, let's slap him again. Keep him tracked. He's not able to turn. And with our adrenaline going, there is no world where this player is going to be able to clear us. There you go. We get the finishing shell. That is a great example of why you don't cross in the open. Well, we got a nice shell into the T-54E1. Just like that, we are already off to a pretty solid start this game. We're going to aim it on the 54E1 again. There you go. Low roll, but still a pen, and that's really all that matters. Let's just hope that 54 thinks that he can fight us. Ooh. 580 shot. That would most likely be a camping 268 version 4. If that's the case, I'm not going to waste my time on that. We're going to make our way over towards spawn. We'll see if I can help out with the Object 260, but bro is literally just trash bags. Why would you drive into the entire enemy flank and think that's a good play, bruh? Oh well, not my problem. You are already dead. Wow. How to kill your tank in a matter of 10 seconds right there. We are going to move up. We're going to see if we can get some damage into the mill. There you go. Nice little 438 juicer into his turret. And this is just giving me the ability to reload and get our DPM out. So let's roll around this corner, and there you go. He does pen me, but the VK-72 is around this corner as well, which is quite helpful. The Emil shoots again, which means he only has one shot left, and we're just going to load a gold shell to guarantee the pen. Teammate gets the clear, and so far, this has been a pretty easy steamroll, if I do say so myself. We have the 268 version 4 all the way on the wide, and we'll take our... Oh, wow, that shell went nowhere. Bruh, VK, what are you doing, bro? That's a Sussler play. Well, you know what? At this point, if the VK is going to just YOLO up, I'll cover him. I mean, if he wants to take the shots from me, I'm more than happy for him to do so. But that V4 is definitely a big threat, and something that we're going to have to keep an eye on just because of the damage output it has. There you go. Nice shot into the 54E1. That brings us up to a cool 3,800 damage, leaving only 2 vehicles left on the enemy team. A 50B that I've not seen, and a 268 version 4 camping in spawn. Well, that shell went literally to China. The 50B is in their spawn as far back as you can be. What a cringe player. Not doing anything for his team. Well, he's screwing his team is what he's doing. Oh well. We're doing fine here. We're aiming on the 268 version 4. I would normally load standard shells, but there's really no reason to, especially when my gold cuts right through his tank with very, very relative ease. Now we have the 50B on the flank, and let's aim it on that 50B. Chunk, there you go, 360 damaging shell. He does clear the Yag Tiger. However, at the same time, bro is getting absolutely cooked. We're going to get another nice shot into his tank for 385. We are up to 5,600 damage. The XM66F really is just an amazing tank. You don't hear too much about it, but trust me, that does not make it a bad vehicle by any means. Ooh, unfortunate. It just doesn't make it a bad tank by any means. In fact, as you can see here, it's just one of the strongest tier 10s. Its DPM is great, its holding potential is fantastic, and if you're able to dominate a ridgeline, it really is just amazing. I love the Badger, but I think that this tank in most situations is just a flat better Badger. It has more mobility, better reverse speed, better gun depression, better damage per minute, judging that it's only a little bit less. I mean, what does this tank have? 3,300 DPM with calibrated, and if you pull out a vehicle like the FE217 Badger, you are sitting at 3,500. So there is about a 200 DPM difference, but this tank doesn't have a turret, it doesn't reverse nearly as fast, and it's just not as flexible. So personally, I think the XM66F is really... It's just an amazing tank. It's really unfortunate it's not a tech tree, because it would have been such a good tech tree to grind. Either way, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And let me know if this is a tank that you are planning on picking up. The crates do contain charms, so I can't say they are an absolute scam. Anytime there are charms, you know what you're getting into. It's 30 crates to get your hands guaranteed on the vehicle, which means 66,000 gold. 66,000 gold, if we make our way down to the gold tab right now, especially with double gold offers, is around $100. So, essentially, if you get a double gold bundle right now, you can get the tank for $100. It's expensive, but that's what you'll expect for a brand new vehicle to be released. Plus, you're not going to be spending that much gold. You have to remember you are going to get at least, I would say, 10k gold, maybe 15k gold back from the containers you're going to open. You might get the tank beforehand as well. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to get your money's worth in rewards in the crates themselves. But if you're only looking for the tank, I would wait for it to get cheaper. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye.